Hello everyone, happy Breeders' Cup Eve. The big weekend is just around the corner. I'm talking to you on Champions Day at Ascot, and so far there have been no dodgy envelopes. It's fair to say Breeders' Cup have tested me along the way, but I have weathered the storm. I really have, and my reward is a trip to Delmar. I'll be getting on the plane very, very shortly, although something seems to have gone wrong somewhere along the line, because at the moment I'm walking right, and as far as I can see, almost to the very back and not left. Anyway, I'm sure that's just something that can be sorted out on the day. Okay, right, let's get set. Welcome to episode 5 of the Breeders' Cup show. It is the road to Delmar. Breeders' Cup go win and you're in crazy in October. To be quite honest, unless you're highly intelligent like myself, of course, it's hard to keep up. I've been up at all hours watching races from all around the world. What have we had? Well, we've had 8 recently at Keeneland, 5 win-and-you're-ins in France. There's been Santa Anita, Aqueduct, and of course here, Ascot, the home of Champions Day. But there's only one place we can really start, of course. It is across the channel. The Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe weekend is as close as Europe comes to the Breeders' Cup. But of course, we don't do it as well. So let's kick off with the Qatar-sponsored Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe and see exactly what happened.
Fabulous jockey. Christoph, he's exceptional jockey as well, and to have them both ride for you is kind of utopia.
Aventure de plus en plus fort à son extérieur et Los Angeles qui vient à l'intérieur. Blue Stocking qui avait remporté le prix vermeil qui remporte l'Arc de Triomphe. Blue Stocking supplémenté.
Today we seen the underdog take on Goliath and succeed.
In the Judgment colours, the Arc-winning colours, Calpana pulls 3 lengths clear of Wingspan, and Calpana is an impressive winner. Anmod is staying on, so too, See the Fire can land again in Anmod as they race to the line, and Anmod is getting up for Shadwell to win the Gifco Champion.
I was coming here confident that he'd run a big race. Did I expect him to do that? No, I don't think anybody quite did.
See what I mean? Win and you're in crazy. Really has been some magnificent stuff, and so many horses with that chance to come to Delmar. So the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe took centre stage. Blue Stocking won it for Rafe Beckett, but there was a time when we were all hoping it might happen for Japan. Shin Emperor just didn't come up to grabs, and also your Takataki. If you can't win it with a horse, try and win it with a jockey. Well, your Takataki went via Calais on our reefer. It wasn't to be for him. And of course, once upon a time, it was the same at the Breeders' Cup. The Japanese just could not get it right, but those times have changed. And how did they change? Well, they changed with one man. He didn't just win one Breeders' Cup race. Oh no, he banged in 2 very quickly, and we've caught up with him. His name, Yoshito Yahagi.
Marsh Lorraine trying to go for a giant upset. Lonzo Liu is coming. They're coming to the wire. And it is Lonzo Liu to win it for Japan.
望んで言うは、勝てると思ってチャンスが大きいと思って連れてきてたので、まあ勝ったことにほっとした部分もありましたけれども、やはり何といっても、日本人で初めてブリーダーズカップを勝つ。
They're off in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. It is Warlike Goddess in front. On the inside, Love. On the outside, Maestro. Lonzo Liu is coming. Here comes Lonzo Liu to win it for Japan. Lonzo Liu came flying late.
この目標を達成したことの、達成感で感動が大きかったですね。こんなことが世の中で起きるんだなっていうふうに。
They're off in the Longines Breeders' Cup Distaff.
な感じでしたけども、やはり、僕よりも、馬とスタッフの強い気持ちが勝たせたのかなと。
Marsh Lorraine trying to go for a giant upset. On the far outside, it's Clariere trying to come through an opening on the inside late. Here comes Dunbar Road. They're coming to the wire, and it is. Oh, it's desperately close. Was it Marsh Lorraine?
勝ってる気がしてます。まあデンマー自体の街が大好きです。さまざまな経験を3歳馬にしては積んできている馬なんで、ね、どんな馬場であれ、特に何もいわゆる馬場とか周りとかそういうものは気にしてないです。立東の私の厩舎で10月初めのレースに向けて、調教を進めています。
So from Yoshito Yahagi, I couldn't have a more perfect person with me than Tom Marquand, because you're off to Japan, aren't you, in the winter?
We are, yeah. Going back for another stint, and yeah, really looking forward to it.
Of course, Tom speaks in we's rather than I's, because Tom is a jockey partnership, wife, husband. Obviously, he's the husband, Holly Doyle, the wife, and you both go to Japan together, don't you?
Yeah.
One heroes.
Yeah, yeah. We're very lucky to get what's pretty tough to get a short-term license in Japan, and we've both been having them for the last couple of years, and it's a fantastic trip. Japan's an amazing place.
Okay, so I want to talk to you Breeders' Cup. First of all, you've won a Breeders' Cup race now. Big Evs in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint.
Big Evs has taken charge. Crimson Advocate back into second. Late run from Starlust, and on the far outside, Valiant Force. Here's the wire. Big Evs.
Just how special was that?
It's big. Look, we grow up watching our idols going over to America and taking home Breeders' Cup trophies and out on the track throwing the flowers in the air, and it invokes that bit of sort of hunger and drive to achieve the same and do the same. So to do that last year now was very special, and to be honest, I'm looking forward to going back and riding them again there, and hopefully we can replicate scenes.
Yeah, and when you say replicate scenes, we're talking scenes also from France, because in the Prix de l'Abbé de Longchamp, you rode a horse called Makarova, who beat Bradsell, ridden by the wife, and in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint, Bradsell will meet your horse Big Evs again. I mean, you might not be going to Japan together, might you not? Divorce?
Might be on separate flights anyway. Yeah, look, it's brilliant that Holly's obviously got Bradsell going over, but I think, you know,
I'm sure you're thrilled.
I've got a horse to equal him, hopefully, and if not, maybe better him. He's obviously got that course, course experience on an American track, albeit I know it's different, slightly tighter this year being Del Mar, but yeah, I think he probably holds the sort of ace card in that regard, but yeah, Bradsell's a very good horse, and Holly's got a good ride in him.
Favourite Breeders' Cup moment so far? And I mean, you won't remember the likes of Pebbles, etc., from the 1980s, but your best moment, you think, or the best race you've enjoyed?
Yeah, I think from a racing fans' point of view, I really enjoy watching Enable beat Magical. You know, Frankie and Ryan, obviously two pilots that we all look up to over here, and going over there and fighting out in one of the big ones was special, and she was a very special filly for Juddmonte. Yeah, it was a great watch.
Tom Marquand and Holly Doyle, his missus, will be heading to the Breeders' Cup at Del Mar very, very shortly. Now, Thomas, on the Breeders' Cup show, I've struggled with this, but apparently one or two people have said there's too much of me in it. So could you look straight down that camera and just link to our next section, then I can get out the picture. All you've got to do is say something in the lines of 8 winning your in races from Keelan to enjoy, something like that.
8 winning your in races from Keelan for you all to enjoy.
Flavien Prat to win the stall Keenan Ogden Phoenix. Winning you're in, Federal Judge. Mayday Ready comes on the outside. Destino Doro running late. Mayday Ready, Destino Doro, totally justified to the inside. These three coming down to the wire. Head bobbing photo. Quiet Side on the far outside. Immersive to the inside has the lead. Immersive chased all the way by Quick Kick. Immersive and Manny Franco. It is Zeitlos at the 16th pole who's got the lead and is drawing clear for Jose Ortiz. Zeitlos to win the Thoroughbred Club of America. Now he hits another gear. He's got the lead back out to 3.5. More Than Looks is coming stoutly late, but here's the wire. Carl Spackler wins the Coolmore Turf Mile. East Avenue will prove much the best. In the Claiborne Breeders' Futurity, Tyler Gaffalione checks over his shoulder, and Idiomatic just opens back up here with every stride. 4 lengths to the good. A Colt goes to second. Candy, then Loved is fourth toward the inside. No catching. Idiomatic. Clock Tower inside. Golden Afternoon between that pair. Golden Afternoon. Clock Tower. Here's Minaret Station for a huge upset. Minaret Station!
So it's nearly showtime. The pre-entries are out. Let's take a look at some of the fields. It's a bold-looking lineup for the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't most excited about City of Troy. Rebels Romance has made his way from Qatar in February through Dubai, Hong Kong and Germany before finding himself at Del Mar, hungry to extend his already impressive CV. The locals and the Japanese might have something to say about that. Torpedo Anna has the whole of the racing world on her side. Surely one of the most popular horses of recent times. Carl Spackler made it 2 Challenge Series wins at Keeneland, but he will face a stiff test against Notable Speech, who will look for 4 in a row in the mile for Charlie Appleby and William Buick. With speedsters like Cogburn, Bradsell and Big Evs, we could well see record times as they hit the wire in Del Mar. I can't wait to see the highly anticipated Cogburn face off against some of Europe's quickest horses. Well, that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. The last win and you're in race for the Breeders' Cup at Del Mar 2024. I can't wait to get to California. No. Can't be more cleaning out poo, can it? Take that, honestly. Right, dearest Matt, quite a journey you've been on these past 4 or 5 months. You've really held your own. It's been a pleasure seeing you overcome all the challenges we have heaped on you. Well, thank you very much. It's always nice to be acknowledged, especially when you put a shift in. Because of that, we decided to give you some grace this episode. However, that's given us plenty of time to build to your biggest challenge yet in California. We won't keep you any longer. We know you're a busy man, but we cannot wait to see you safe stateside. Safe travel, the Breeders' Cup team, which is a team once upon a time I quite liked, but to be honest, I've gone off them week by week. They're more the enemy than a team. Well, as I say, it can't be worse than cleaning up poo, or indeed serving, an 80s DJ at a bar, or selling pies. I quite enjoyed that, actually. I had a few myself. Okay, so I head off to the Breeders' Cup to California. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring you all of the best racing from around the world. We've seen so many tremendous horses, and loads of those will be at the Breeders' Cup. So the road to Del Mar, well, it's been a long and windy one, but it's nearly over. I'm going to hop on the plane, and all I can say is wait for episode 6, which will come from the Breeders' Cup itself. Not happy about that challenge though. Goodbye.